Okay, here we are. Let's go in. Whirly wing doors. Here we are. The reception. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Posh old hotel in the day. 4 lifts. 7th floor. I'm on the 7th floor, mate. Up on the 7th floor. He's Uncle Tone. Uncle Tone's got the beer in. What sort of beer we got, Uncle Tone? I said we'd probably have that tonight.
Yes, and it is, and it's okay.
It's oak. It's bottled, unfortunately. There's the bar. Well, YouTube, here we are on the 7th floor. I'm just going to turn the camera around and show you it. Right, room number 704. Let's have a look. Shut the door behind me. Big wardrobes. 2 beds. Bedside. We've got an internal wall, by the way, so there's not much of a view. TV. Desk with all my kids on. I've not done anything yet. And the view from outside is across the other side of the hotel. It's a big hotel. Very, very big hotel. So look at the bathroom. Very nice. This does look the dogs. Nice toilet. Bidet. Twin sinks. Bath, shower. Very posh. €93 a night. Whether there's one of you or 2 of you. It's more if you want breakfast. So there we go. We're at the Almeida Palace in Salamanca. Good evening, viewers. We're here in Salamanca. How about this for an amazing place? I'm going to walk over into the middle and I'm just going to give you the 360. It is now 8-ish, 8 quarter past 8. Look at this. I'll try and go as slow as I can. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I'll turn it round so you get a good view. You don't want to look at me. There's a clock tower. It's all built in the same style. All around the square, all in the same style. It's very warm, it's 26 degrees still. Absolutely beautiful. Here we come round again. I thought you'd like to see this anyway. So if ever you come to Salamanca, it's absolutely drop dead. See you in a minute. Well, good morning, viewers. Lofty's here with his old sidekick Tone. We've just left Salamanca. We stayed the evening at the Almeida Palace. I've got to say, fantastic parking underground, very secure. Very easy access to the old town. You literally cross the main road. Lovely old town with a big square. Very friendly. We never felt threatened or anything once. Really, really nice. The hotel was superb. Very clean. The rooms were, if I could describe it, I'd call it probably Victorian chic. Very nice. Lots of black marble and gold. They don't have any Pression in the bar, but they have bottled, which is okay. We had a couple of bottles before we went out. Very, very nice. And in general, I'd say the hotel's good. The breakfast was lots of choice. Typical continental fare. Cereals, yogurt, cheeses, hams, biscuits, cakes, you name it, all that, toast. And there was scrambled eggs or streaky bacon, smoky of course. So in general, I can recommend Salamanca as a good stopover, and I can recommend the Almeida Palace as being very, very nice. In fact, I'm looking forward to staying there on the way home. So there you go. The worst thing that can happen is that you stay somewhere on the way down and you don't want to go back. But we're quite happy to go back. We got away with half the parking fee, so I think we paid €8 each, and we parked in one bay. So bed, breakfast and half a parking space was about €101, which, to be fair, I think is very good in a big city, a cosmopolitan city with lots of vibrance and lots of people. So there, how about that? This is not the best of roads. Unfortunately, to get from A to B, when you get in the flatlands, you get a lot of long straight roads. But hopefully, when we get down into Seville, that area especially, we can go off the main roads and we can start exploring the hills around the viaducts and the reservoirs. So that should be good fun. We met up with some friends from our local town, Arkwright and Tink. They're both from down in St Ives. Tone knows them well. Tone's been riding with Arkwright for probably 25, 30 years or more. So it was nice to meet up, and it was nice to have a meal out together and talk nonsense to some other people, because you talk nonsense to each other every day, all day. It's nice to talk nonsense to somebody else. We do like talking nonsense, me and Tone. But there you go. That's what touring's all about. But you know the old saying, what goes on a tour stays on a tour. Anyway, I'm going to switch this camera off because I don't want to bore you with these long straight roads. If something interesting comes along, I'll put it on for you. See you in a while. Okay folks, I've put the cameras back on. Okay, it's a straight road and you probably don't want to see straight roads, but we're going through miles and miles and miles of olive trees. And just as I say that, they're clear. But if you look across the horizon to the right, it's as far as you can possibly see are olive trees. And all ahead of us, olive trees absolutely everywhere. And like Town just pointed out, if you look at the girth of some of these trees, they must be very, very old. Fascinating. Can you see? I'll just give you a look left. And I'll slowly come round and give you a look to the right. Well, here we go. This is something we've not seen for a while. A bend. How about that? A bend. Oh, all gone. Got some mountains up in the left and plenty of sheep on the right. Well, here we are folks, we've actually stopped at the petrol station and put some petrol in. Look at the views from here. Miles and miles and miles of beautiful open expanses. The old bike's looking dirty. Town's bike's looking dirty. I've got to say, the chain doesn't look too bad. The chain's not looking too bad. I'm getting a bit of splatter up the back. Anyway, let's have a ride. Okay viewers, I've put the camera back on because I've looked at the sat-nav and we've got a bit of twisty action. So I thought I'd put it on and give you a bit of twisty action. How about this? I'll play some music and let you have a look at the roads. as it happens. That was a nice bit of twisty action there, folks. And I left the camera on so you can just have a look. It does appear to be an area where there are a lot of deer, which I'm quite surprised about because there's a hell of a lot of cattle. Anyway, I'll see you later. Okay, YouTube, I've put the video back on. This is the SI201, and we've had all those beautiful views through the olive groves, and we've started going up the mountains or whatever it is. It's beautiful, it is. There's lots of little villages with nice hotels and whatever, and there's castles and all sorts of stuff. It really is a nice little road, and the good thing is about this, it's well surfaced. It really is well surfaced. Even the bits that aren't quite as new as the ones that have been recently done, like this one's a little bit older, but the surface is lovely. There's lots of grip. Yeah, it's very nice area with lovely roads, and I think at some stage we're going to get some wonderful views. Just before we started to ascend the hills, we come across a load of trees. We think they were almond trees. We're not 100% certain. But look at this is wonderful. Put this one in your notebooks. If you're travelling from Salamanca down to Badajoz or from Salamanca down to Casieres, this is the SI201. Got some wonderful views to the right. Big fire breaks down the side of the trees. In fact, if I can find a nice open space, I'm going to pull over. I think it's worth it. Is it safe? It's safe enough in its own. I'll just give you the view of this. I just hope the camera's picking it up. I'm not sure what the mountain range is called. Town says we're in Iberia. There's lots of farms with Iberico ham, but look at that. I'll get a photo as well. Okay, viewers, we're back. We've just stopped and had a good laugh. Uncle Tone has just found out that there's a road in front of him, and it's not something with little blodges all over it because his visor was so dirty. We've had a good laugh about it. Anyway, he sorted it out, and I just happened to look at the sat nav, and we've got a, oh, it looks epic. So I'm going to put it on for you. I probably won't do too much talking because there's rather a lot of bends. So I'm going to find a bit of Spanish music for you and let you enjoy this. That was a Titan. Nice to find a bit of road. I was going to say, go on, Tone. You know, yeah, Tone's just said, he said this is like a big giant apple cross, and he's so right. I was just going to say as well, it's nice to be able to use a bit of road where you can actually accelerate and put your brakes on and have a bit of fun. This road is epic. It's a bit of a shock because we didn't expect this. Amazing. Who was it who said DCTs are not suitable to Alpine passes? Yes. do hope the footage is coming out well, folks. Car coming up, a van. There's a van coming up, Tom. For those of you who do ride a DCT bike, I've been riding more in S2. I used to ride in S1 and when I had a period an S2. But I've found you need to, when you use the flappy paddles less in S2, you can still use them, but it seems to be the most natural for my style of riding. S2 seems to work really, really well. And as I say, this is an absolutely wonderful road. Although some of these hairpins are a little bit tight. Good fun. Okay, we're nearly down YouTube. Ten minutes of absolute stooming fun. I suppose I'll have to cut some of it out. You won't want to watch all this, but I might put this on as an uncut version for you. Just so as you get the chance to see the whole trip down. There we go. And nearly at the bottom. If you get the chance to ride this road, I suggest you stick it in your itinerary. It's worth it just to get to it, just to ride down that. I must admit, it'd be fun to ride it back up the other way. Okay, so I'm not sure where we are, but we've got something called La Badajoz Red de Reservas Regional de Casa. Absolutely mind-blowing. What a road. I'm gonna have 5. Get my breath back. Okay, YouTube, welcome back. We've been batting on a bit now. We've been riding for quite a while. It's 1:15. We're going to be looking for some lunch shortly. Bit of road works ahead, but I'll put the camera on just to show you this big castle. We saw this road's been that long and straight. We saw this miles back, and we wasn't sure that it was actually a fortification, or it was. Nice big trees, but it does look like a very old fortification. But you get I'm hoping you get a good view from the cameras. It's got the old turret things. They look very Moorish. They're more pointed on the top. I don't know whether you can see. And there's a big sort of different coloured panel on the one side, so whether it's been used for other things, I don't know, but it's quite fascinating. I thought I'd show you that while we come through this little town. We're going to be rolling again in a sec. Anyway, welcome back, YouTube. I'm just going to show you one of the big reses, huge reses, massive place with very little water in it. They've even got cows down there, and you've even got, well, this is the old bridge. As you can see, this used to cross the reservoir a long time ago, so I would imagine this has been used as a reservoir for many years. It's a big one with very little water in. As we come round across the bridge around to the side, I'll give you another view. Joining the N630 now. This is the main road back up to Salamanca and down to Caceres, but of course we haven't used it at all. We've been ducking and diving on the B roads because we didn't want to come down the main road, so we've had a good time, to be fair, and we've found some absolutely fabulous roads. But as I go round to the right, I'll give you the good look. See, you can look straight across it in a sec. Here we are, you get another view of the old bridge. It's called the Arroyo de Salvar, whatever that means, God knows. My Spanish diction is excellent. I hope you've realised that. Arroyo de Casaquera. It has got... There's water in there, as you can see. Anyway, we're going to enjoy the N630. It's our first bit of proper road, and I've got to say it's probably the worst surface we've ridden on in 2 days, but still we're going to enjoy ourselves. We will endeavour. See you in a minute. Well, we've been actually riding for probably 5 or 6 minutes. We've caught back up with the Camino de Santiago, but this is the other side of the reservoir. It's absolutely monstrous, this resi is. And if you look ahead, that bridge there, that's the railway line. That's the main railway line that runs down, straight down through the centre of Spain to the south. But as you can see, I'll give you the view, there's quite a bit of water in here, but it turns around, I'm coming to the other side, and it goes all the way up the valley. It is very big, and you can see when you look at the banks, it's probably 20 or 30 metres lower than it should be. A lot of water, and a lot of water missing. Anyway, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, YouTube, I'm back with you. We've just stopped in a little tiny village, another place where it's deserted, but the only people in the village are sitting drinking wine because nobody works. The actual area, the landscape, the geology, everything's changed. There's these great big, I don't know if you can see them, there's great big boulders. They're sort of like volcanic rock boulders. And we've also noticed lots of cacti growing as well. And there's a really strange thing, it's quite difficult to pick out. That on the pylons at the side of the road where the electric cables run, there's great big nests with birds in. It's just unreal. You just can't imagine it or picture it. It's just so strange. But as you can see, look at the size of these cacti. We've obviously moved into a different area completely. It's a lot more dry, a lot more arid, very dusty. If you see lorries on tracks at the side of the road, it creates lots of dust. And even if you do the speed limit, some local will still overtake you. Leave it to them. Can you see these boulders? It's amazing. Fascinating. Anyway, I thought I'd tell you that. We're going to be taking a right shortly and heading down through what looks like some twisties, so I'll see you again in a minute. Okay viewers, I'm back. We've turned off the main road and we are actually on a road signposted to Badajoz via a place called Albuquerque. It's up to 33 degrees on my bike and Tone says it's 34 on his. I've actually lowered the screen, so if you're getting a lot of wind noise, that's the reason. I've had to lower it because it protected me so much. I wasn't getting much wind on me and I was getting a bit warm. The terrain has changed again. It's become more undulating, more mountainous. There's a lot more trees about again, and it's just amazing how every 10 mile or so the landscape just changes. I just thought I'd point it out to you and show you a nice bit of ribbon of tarmac straight through the valley with hills and mountains in the distance. Anyway, being as it's so noisy and windy, I'm going to turn the camera off until we get nearly into Badajoz, so I'll see you in a bit. Ta-da! Okay YouTube, we've just arrived. Here we are, the hotel, well, it's called the Cirque Hotel. The Hotel Zubran. We've got a park downstairs, I believe, but don't look too bad. I'll let you know what the rooms are like in a minute. So there's the parking, and these are the bikes. Looking a little bit dirty because we started dirty. It's very warm, 35 degrees. I'll see you in a bit.